Perhaps you're like me and you've tried many different planning tools, spending more time looking for the perfect tool than actually doing the work. Personally, I bounce between digital and paper tools. I love the digital tools, but there's something about the tactile nature of paper that keeps me going back to it. So on this quest to find the ultimate productivity tool, one of my favorite paper planners is the Finisher's Journal. It basically gives you a roadmap to help you stay focused on reaching your quarterly goals. So if you're ready, let's check it out and unbox the latest edition, the Finisher's Journal 3.0. What's up friends, Paul here, and today we'll be diving into the Finisher's Journal 3.0, a planner that takes the top productivity tools and puts them into a little journal you can place in your backpack. So before we dive into this planner, I want to dive into what I consider makes a good planner. So my criteria for a good planner is the philosophy and system behind the planner, because if you've got a fancy looking planner that has all the bells and whistles, but it doesn't have a good system for you to stay focused on achieving your goals and gives you a system to get things actually done, then it's not doing its job. And so that's something I look for. The other thing is the UI UX design. Just like your websites need to be easy to navigate, your planner should be easy to follow as well. And then also, do you enjoy using it? Because I find that with the tools that I don't enjoy using, I typically end up not sticking with in the long term. Another feature that I look for is the quality of the materials. Is it high quality? Is it something that I enjoy using? And then lastly, is the price right? So if you're ready, we'll dive into all three of those. If at any point you want to check out the Finisher's Journal, be sure to use my affiliate link in the description. And many thanks for supporting the channel. Full disclosure, Finisher Secrets did send me the journal for free, and I currently do some work for them from time to time. That said, I will do my best to give you my honest feedback on this journal. So what I love about the philosophy and system behind the Finisher Secrets is that it's a simple tool with no nonsense, no extra fluff. They basically take the best principles of productivity like prioritization and time boxing, but make it stupidly simple to follow. If you follow their system, I feel like it should be hard for you to fail your goal if you follow what they teach you. What I love also is that you can use the Finisher's Journal with other digital tools, because I think there's a need for digital tools because you still, might have a project management tool for your business or at work. So when planning your week, you can use the Finisher's Journal to look ahead. Maybe you take your project management tool, look ahead and see what you need to complete for the week, and then add that to your journal so you don't miss out on those extra things. But I think it works well with both the digital and the physical planner so that you get the best of both worlds. Before we continue on, I want to invite you to smash the subscribe button and join the channel fam. While you're at it, feel free to hit the like button so it doesn't get completely lonely. Thank you. Next up, let's talk about the UI UX design of the Finisher's Journal. So the journal consists of a few different types of pages. One is the quarter outcome goal planning page. So with that, you'll be able to write out your goal and make sure that it's specific and measurable, and that you have action steps that you can take so that you know that it's within your control and these are things that you can take action on to hit your goal. And you also want to write down your key motivation. Why is this important? And then you can track your progress as you go through your quarter and make sure you're hitting those milestones and getting to your goal. So that's a very important page. And the next important page will be your weekly planning pages. So these will help you stay organized and focused each week. So you'll basically have your main priority at the top, and you'll check if that aligns with your active goal. That's pretty important. And then your secondary tasks, what are those tasks that you need to complete by the end of the week? And then you can prioritize them. They have the space on the side that allows you to basically block out, ABC. They have the ABC method. So A is like your must-do tasks. B is, it's important, but if it doesn't get done, it's not the end of the world. And then C are those nice to do tasks, but low on the priority list. And then the heart and soul of the planner are your daily planning pages. So these basically are very simple. You have your primary task, your secondary tasks, and then any additional tasks. And basically the idea is that at the end of the day, as long as you get this primary task done, you should feel accomplished. You should feel like you're taking steps towards reaching your goal. And then you have a nice section on the side here to write out any notes or ideas. And a new thing that they added to the latest version is this. They have a quote on this side, and then they have the highlight of the day, and then a little checkbox to remind you to go back to the beginning and check off your habit tracker to make sure you're taking steps towards that. So yeah, this is just a great layout. Very simple. They have the time boxing section for you to take advantage of that, but very minimalistic, simple. It's like you get the best of like kind of like a bullet journal style, but you don't have to fill it out every day. You don't have to like make it. It's already there. There's a system to it. It's great. And then at the back of the journal, you'll have a section for notes. So they have about a total of like, I want to say 12 pages in the back for just like blank notes, which is great. What I love about the Finisher's Journal is it's all numbered. So you can easily jot down in the handy dandy index any of your $1 million ideas and notate what page it's on. So you can easily go to that. Or if you have any notes that you made in the daily pages, you can just, take a look at the page underneath that and use it to make sure that you stay organized and not lose any ideas. Then we have the review pages. So we have one for the weekly review, and then at the very end for the end of the quarter for your outcome goals to kind of like check out how well you did this quarter. What are the things that are working? What's not? Because I think a big idea is that you don't want to just keep doing the same thing if you're not getting results. And I think Javier is very results driven. And so that's something very important to him is like, what's working, what didn't work, how will you improve? And they have this cleaning up section in the bottom of the review page. So you update your goal progress and then index any notes or digital notes, calendars, like basically any ideas, and then migrate any pending tasks and break down large tasks if needed, which is great. And then at the end, you have your quarterly review. So this is where you're going to list out any accomplishments that you achieved, what didn't work, what did you learn, and then what are the next steps, additional thoughts, quarter cleanup. So it's just very comprehensive so that nothing gets, forgotten, left behind, and you can take these ideas, the things that you learned, and apply them to the next quarter and beyond. So something that's important to me is like whether or not you enjoy using it and whether it actually even works. I think what this journal does really well is make you stay focused on completing your goal. It helps you see what action steps you need to take. And each week it kind of reevaluates what's important, what didn't work, and helps you see your progress that you've made so that you stay motivated towards reaching your goals. So next up, the quality of the materials. The Finisher's Journal has a pretty high quality experience from opening it up for the first time. The pages did pretty well on the Bleedthrough Test. Let me show that to you. So here you have the different pen marks. I've got the G2, one of my favorite pens. And then I used some highlighters there, and then a Sharpie. As you can tell, I wouldn't recommend using the Sharpie just because it, would slightly bleed through and probably not look great on most pages, but most other pens and highlighters should be fine. One great thing about it is that if you just open it to nearly any page, it stays open, which is great. So that you don't have to worry about it closing on you while you're using it. And then you can see it at a glance on your desk. Next up, is the price right? The current journal is priced at $44.95. However, they do from time to time have sales. Like currently on the website, I saw a sale that had about a little over $10 off for the journal. And sometimes you can get an annual bundle for a discounted rate so that you can get like all 4 quarters set. So you don't have to worry about ordering them. You'll be set. And just for reference, like an A5 Moleskine or A5 Leuchtturm 1917. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I've got one right over here. So typically these run about $24 to $27, just to give you like a reference. And you know, if you had to use this for your planning system, you just have to consider like the time spent setting it up. Like obviously, you know, it's going to be cheaper, but you're going to have spend the time setting up each page and then time spent deciding which layouts to use. Whereas like the Finisher's Journal has like a complete system for you, which is great. So I would say like if you're looking for a planner to help you stay focused for all the quarters and it helps you reach your goals, I think it could be worth it. Like obviously it's a little bit more expensive than just getting like a blank like A5 Moleskine or something. But if you're looking for a full system, I think the Finisher's Journal gives you a great option and a great system to follow. On a side note, if you're looking to level up your productivity, keep an eye out for when they open their Finisher's Elite membership. Right now they open it, I believe, every quarter. So that's something to look for, is this Finisher's Elite membership, because basically if you want accountability and a group to help you stay focused, basically they have these like live sessions and a community to help share ideas, help you stay accountable to your goals and your habits. They have the Don't Break the Chain Club, just a great place for you to be around other entrepreneurs or people that are just looking to stay focused on their goals and accomplish it. Highly recommend checking that out. So you might be wondering what's new in the Finisher's Journal 3.0. One thing that you'll see is the new gold accents that they have throughout the book. So it's kind of like two-tone now instead of just like the black or gray. You now have that pop of gold, which is really nice. You also get this really cool pen holder so that you can keep your pen easily accessible. Personally, I would typically just have my pen on the top. So I would just go like this, or you can do it the opposite way as well. So I would just do that, but like it is nice for those that like pen holders. You can just put it in like that or slide it in. And what I do like is that this pen holder is big enough for the G2, because of what I find with a lot of pen holders is that they're just too small for the Pilot G2, which I don't know if you're a pen snob like me, but the Pilot G2 is just a fantastic option. Currently, I'm using the 0.7 version. I've also used the 1.0. The 0.7 is a pretty good option. And then the weekly pages are now located in between the Monday to Sunday dates. So before they were located in the beginning of the journal, now they're located throughout. So like week 1, then you have Monday through Sunday, then week 2, you have the week 1 review, and then week 2 planning for the weekly pages. So just a little bit different layout. And then again, on the daily pages, you now have quotes on them to keep you inspired and motivated. The daily pages also have a section for the daily highlight of the day and a check mark for updating your habit tracker. They have the updated outcome goal segment with the progress bar on the bottom. And I believe they might have added another outcome goal section. One of the things that Javier mentioned in the past to me is that like Javier's, by the way, is the founder of Finisher Secrets. And so one of the things that he mentioned was that like scientifically speaking, I think the fewer goals that you have, the more likely that you will accomplish them. However, you might have different goals in different areas of your life. You might have a personal goal. You might have a professional goal. Maybe like you have a physical, like fitness goal that you have. So you might have the different goals. However, again, it might be good to consider fewer, be more of a minimalist, decide, what are the fewer things to get things done. So that might be something to consider as well. And then another new big addition to the Finisher's Journal is the habit tracker integrated into it. So now you have a section for you to track like different habits that you might be starting. So it's just nice to have that built in so you don't have to have like another place to track your habits. So that's new. So who is this for? I would say it's for any individual, whether an entrepreneur or someone that's working a 9 to 5, maybe they're trying to start a business on the side, or they have a side project and they just need to stay focused on achieving their quarterly goal. Or maybe you're someone that gets distracted by shiny objects and you find it hard to stay focused. I think it's a really good tool that gives you the best of productivity and makes it super simple. And so as long as you follow it, you should be pretty successful in achieving your goals as long as you create the plan and then get to work. If you want to pick up one of these awesome journals, be sure to use my affiliate link in the description. And if you don't mind, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button if you liked it. I would love to have you all in the channel fam. And until next time, my friends, stay focused.